morning and welcome back to CityLine. I've been teasing you the whole 3 segments prior to this, and now I am with the one, the only, Chef Shawn Tibbitts from Tibbittsfernhill Restaurant. Give me a hug, bring it in.
Thank you. I'm very honored to be here and hanging out with the cool TV crew from
No,
Tacoma.
let me tell you something. You are always on my Instagram list because I get to watch you at nighttime put these beautiful meals together on my Instagram, and I never, ever go to bed in a bad mood. So let's talk about, first off, where are you located and what are your hours?
I'm located in the historical Fernhill Business District. My hours vary. So this season I'm open Thursday through Sunday, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. with my last sitting at 12 p.m. and reservations are required.
There we go. I met you just when you opened up your restaurant. Remind me, how many years ago was that?
Well, I met you almost 7 years. No, yeah, almost 7 years ago.
That's right.
Yeah.
I remember that. So when we think about the inspirations, and oh my gosh, first off, this turkey is inspiring. What inspired you to be a chef?
You know, I'm a self-taught line cook. What inspired me was a gentleman that I worked with at Tacoma Golf and Country Club in 1994. Said, hey, you got a great memory. You should think about being a chef. And after that, it took off. And he trained me basics. And after 40 restaurants later and 27 years,
oh my gosh,
I'm still doing it.
that is incredible.
Yeah.
So when you started out as a chef, did you know right away you wanted to have your own restaurant?
I had no idea that this dream would be possible because of what I've went through, what I'm going through. You know, I'll say it as a gentleman who struggled with alcohol my whole life. Finally, I can say I see a vision, and I'm grateful for that, to just get rid of that habit and know that I'm a better person without it. So.
Well, I'm going to join you on one. Amanda Westbrooke, recovery alcoholic.
Shawn Tibbitts, recovery alcoholic.
There we go. Now we're just going to get it out there
Yes,
because
ma'am.
we should be proud of that.
Yes, ma'am.
So you said reservation only. Tell me about that, because do you have a big space?
No, I have a very small restaurant. I have
Yes.
9 tables. I have 4 or 5 4-tops and 4 2-tops. And for me to do reservation, I base my prep off reservations. Let's say I only have 40 people coming in. I'm not going to make a lot of food with that because I have 6 items. And my biggest sellers are my lobster bombs and my French toasts.
Oh.
And then everything else moves with that. So I just base it off the prep I'm going to do for the day, and that's why.
I have spent many a nights going to bed dreaming about your French toast because it is outstanding.
It changes again next month. Right now we're at pumpkin. So
I love that. So you are closed on major holidays, but you're not really.
No.
I'm going to tell on you that you feed unhoused people during the holidays. 500 people you feed. Tell us about that.
Well, for me, it's always about time. And if I can give time, because my restaurant was a gift to me, then I'm grateful. I just want folks to know that I pay it forward and I'm about action. I do it then and there. So for me to feed 500 people, that's getting a whole bunch of volunteers and a whole bunch of drivers to go to all the homeless camps and just ask if they're hungry to feed them, because people know on those holidays, and that's all they want is some hope, to know that somebody cares. You know, and if we're not doing the best we can, then, you know, as restaurant owners, to give back, you know, and not just take. It fills my heart to do that.
And do you actually pick those people up or help them get to your restaurant if they're in a park or something like that?
If they're in a park, all they need to do is email my restaurant, find a way to email, let me know what park they're at, and set a time, and I will have a driver go over there and drop off some food for them.
You are incredible. Boy, talk about food is love. That's your love language.
I'm grateful every single day.
You are. Okay, I want to talk about what you've done here.
Okay.
Before I hear we're out of time. So obviously, we heard that you were making a gluten-free mushroom soup. Tell us about this.
Well, a lot of people, when they go to the store, they'll buy the can of Campbell's, the mushroom soup, and a lot of folks that come into my restaurant have gluten intolerance, which I totally respect. So I went ahead, and today I made gluten-free gravy and gluten-free mushroom soup, and it only took me 35 minutes while I was in session. The only thing that's different from regular mushroom soup and regular gravy is I don't add wheat flour.
Okay.
Instead, I add just rice flour.
Oh, excellent.
And rice flour has no wheat proteins in it, and folks are safe to eat that, especially with their allergies. and that way they can enjoy a full turkey meal with their family, knowing that it's gluten-free products.
Outstanding. And you know what? You won't even miss it.
No.
You won't even miss it. All right, let's talk about this puppy right here. Thawing a turkey. My mom used to do it in the sink. We would fill up the sink and it would have its butterball turkey wrapping on it. And that little thing that would stick up that we all would go, oh, okay, we have to watch that.
Yeah.
Is that okay to still do?
No, not necessarily, because everything has its different points. You know, the best way to do a turkey, the best way to thaw a turkey is to put it in your refrigerator.
Yep.
You know, at least 4 to 5 days ahead.
Okay.
And if you need to have a moment where you don't have time to do it, you can do on the counter in a pan, but make sure that the frozenness doesn't go away, because you don't want this ever to go below 35 degrees in the danger zone. So you want to keep it safe. And then also, when you heat your turkey, it's per pound. So you got to figure at 350, this would have been 6 hours at 350, 13, what is that, 13 pounds per hour?
13, 14 pounds,
Yeah. But I did it last night. I fired this at 250. This is a 28-pound turkey, 250, and I cooked it for 11 hours, and it came out perfect.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, the best way to know about turkeys is taking a digital thermometer and just finding the bone parts.
Oh, that's a great shot.
You know, so and then this will tell you. And then you also want your turkey to hold about 140 when you serve it. But you know, a lot of people don't know that. So right here, I'm going to be right at 140. So that's the hold zone.
Incredible.
And you just want to temp it towards the bones.
Yes, and this is unstuffed.
Yeah, this is unstuffed. This is just a regular bird that I just put in. Didn't take much out.
Okay, this is not a regular bird. My birds don't look like this. That is not that is an outstanding bird.
This turkey has not been basted, has not been touched by any oils. The only thing I did is put a little bit of salt and pepper on there, popped it in the oven for 11 hours at 350. I used the almost bottom rack there.
Yeah.
250 the whole way, never turned it once. Woke up this morning and it was like, Christmas.
Oh, and your house smelled so
Yes,
good.
and I'm a cat guy, so the cats are
all dancing around the oven door doing that. Open it up.
Because cats like turkey. But
Cats do love turkey, so do dogs. Yeah. So, you constantly give back to the community. You got here this morning at dark early. You've set all this up for us, and what is the future for you? Are you ever going to have that big old huge restaurant, or are we going to see a lot of Fernhill 1, 2, 3, 4 iterations?
For me, I'm happy where I'm at. I've been there 7 years. For me, mentally, I accomplished the impossible. I'm grateful. I beat alcohol, beat a lot, and you know, for me to keep going, it's a lot easier now. I'm a lot more focused. A lot more goal-oriented. I got a great team. I mean, my team is amazing, and there's nothing that we can't do. And for us to still be there after that long, surviving COVID, is the true blessing. And for that, we're just grateful.
I love that.
You know, so
okay.
yeah.
Grab that knife and carve something here, because.
Okay.
And can you give us a little carving lesson in these last 2 minutes of where do we start?
Sure. I usually start with the leg. So
All right.
what you want to do is get a leg, and then you just want to go to the back of the leg, and there's typically a little bone back here.
Let's see if we can
that you
turn
can
this
just,
around so
yeah,
we can.
that you can just cut through.
Oh, I don't want to.
Or it can just pull right out.
There we go.
But we just got to find that little bone. I'm just doing this, and it's way in there today. So,
there it is. Oh, that's a great shot.
So we can just cut that bone out right there, but I'm not trying to cut it to spray it all over the place.
Yeah.
So this is the bone right here you need to cut right there.
And we always save the bones.
Yep, so that just pulls right off.
Because they make great broth.
And just so you know what that looks like, that is fully cooked turkey all the way through. You can still see all the juiciness. This is not a dried out turkey, and this typically just sat in my oven on 250 for 11 hours.
Let me tell you something. That's Amanda Westbrooke's favorite part of the turkey is the leg, right there. Dark meat, yep. When I was like 5 years old, the leg was bigger than my head, but I wanted the leg. So, okay, and you keep all the bones because it's always great for turkey stock.
Yes, because you can make a turkey stock out of that, turkey soup. It's just really good flavor, and it's just a lot of fun.
Okay, here I go.
But a good turkey stock will take about 8 to 12 hours. You want to bring it to a boil and then simmer it, the water. So if you got a big pan about this big and you got your turkey carcass inside there, you want the water to be about, I don't know, about that far from the turkey carcass. And then just let it keep reducing. And then once it's all the way done, it's almost going to be, once you cool it and refrigerate it, after you get to where you want to go. And there's a lot of videos on YouTube
Yep,
online
there
with,
is.
with chefs that are better than me that can tell you exactly
Oh,
how
no,
to do it properly.
I don't think so.
But me, I
Yeah.
just
You know
just
what?
do it my way.
My
so.
solution is to come in, make a reservation, have dinner with you, and then to have you come sit down when I have dessert, and you're going to tell me how to make a broth.
Yes.
Right then and there. Yeah. I want to say thank you so much for all that you do for our community. You are my hero. I know what you have been through, and thank you so much for continuing to be in the community and knowing what their needs are, and then you meet those needs. You're not a guy that stands behind the stove and doesn't get out. You know the pulse of our community. So, Shawn, your heart is beautiful. Thank you.
And folks, just a heads up, if you're looking for a meal, you're going through a rough patch, email my restaurant,
Yep.
Tibbittsfernhill@outlook.com. I will respond. If it needs to be delivered, let me know where you're going to be located at so I can get that meal to you.
Okay.
And then if you have any leftovers after Thanksgiving you're not going to eat, best thing to do is find somebody on the side of the road
That's right.
that looks hungry. Just go ahead and donate that meal to them. Other than that, I'm grateful to be here on this show. Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. That wraps up another great segment of CityLine. It's always a pleasure and privilege to be in your home. We've given you some great things to think about and eat during this past hour. So go out there, be a part of the tapestry, and above all, pay it forward. And when you come back, Shawn and I will be waiting for you right here at CityLine. Take care.
My home, yeah, to come on as my home. Come on as my home. Place I call my home. Come on as my home, yeah, to come on as my home. All right, you're from the East Coast. All right, you're from the West. All right, you're from the middle, but Tacoma still the best. All right, you're from the East Coast. All right, you're from the West. All right, you're from the middle, but Tacoma still the best. Hey, come on, that's my home. From the pines to the dawn. Come on, that's my home. Yeah, Tacoma, that's my home. Come on, that's my home. Place I call my own. Come on, that's my home. Yeah, Tacoma, that's my home. Come on, that's my home. From the pines to the dawn. Come on, that's my home. Yeah, Tacoma, that's my home. Come on, that's my home. Place I call my own. Come on, that's my home. Yeah, Tacoma, that's my